Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the London's Pretty Cool podcast. We have a great show for you today with our special guest, Sarina Haggarty. Sarina Haggarty is a singer-songwriter born and raised here in London. She has released 2 EPs and multiple singles, which has awarded her the fan favorite at the 2017 Forest City London Music Awards. Sarina is an extremely talented musician who has always been transparent about living with epilepsy. In this episode, she tells us about her story undergoing brain surgery and how she continues to support the Children's Hospital and Make-A-Wish with her music whenever possible. We had so much fun being able to catch up with Sarina, and we hope you enjoyed this episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the London's Pretty Cool podcast. We are here with episode 24 and Sarina Haggarty.
Bow, 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 bow.
Welcome to my kitchen. This is where we have been doing all of our podcast episodes, but this is the first time you actually see where all of the magic happens. So welcome.
I think one of the first times people might have seen your kitchen was actually our first episode when we did it with John Haggarty. John Haggarty. John Zarola. John Zarola, and you posted it. But today is a much bigger day.
Yes.
Much more important day because, as you can see, we are seeing the whole of the kitchen, and we're sitting with a fantastic guest in that kitchen.
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome.
It's good to be here for the first time. This kitchen. Erin's kitchen.
Woo.
Sarina Haggarty, everybody.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. How have you been?
I've been good. As I said when I came in here, I've been bored because it's quarantine and there's nothing to do. But I've been enjoying the freedom at the same time, and it's nice to just watch Netflix and stuff. I've been great.
As we'll have said in the intro, Sarina is an incredible performer, musician, has been a part of the London music scene for years now. What have you been doing over quarantine? You know, there must be something that has been occupying that time of yours.
Sleeping. I've been trying to write lots of good songs. So far it's going okay, but I wish it was better. But I'm not worried because I think I have more time to, it's gonna continue for a while, the rest of the year, that hopefully I can get more songs out of it. But I've just been writing songs, watching Netflix, eating, spending time with my dog, Bailey. So that's a lot of fun, and
I love dogs.
yeah, my favorite, and my fish. Feed my fish.
Yeah.
So that's
Very
been my quarantine.
I thought that this would be the perfect time to get a dog during quarantine, but it's actually even harder.
Oh, yeah.
Dogs are almost actually more expensive to get right now because people are snatching them up even quicker.
Because they have the time.
Because they have the time now to raise a dog and everything. Me and my partner have been talking about it for a long time. And I had that idea of this would be the perfect time to get a dog. It's actually quite difficult. So I'm jealous of your dog time.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I bring her to the dog park every day, so it's fun. We live right close to one, but that sucks. Hopefully you can find a cheap dog one day.
Yeah, maybe Bailey will give us a dog, right?
Yeah, I'll let you know.
The quarantine though, you've kind of been taking it not just with the relaxation. You've been doing Insta lives all the time, performing for everybody. You've been doing this incredible sociable performances. I think multiple now, right?
Yeah.
That's at the Palisade. Tell us a little bit about that.
The Palisade Super Bowl, Social Bowl. I went there the first time they did a live. They wanted to test it out, see if they got viewers. So it's like a free live stream show live on the stage, which you've probably been many times. And it's so much fun. It's just 3 of us recording, and then it's live on Instagram and Facebook. So I did that one day, and then I did it recently too, but gratefully the patio is now open, so I was kind of the first and last one to do it. But it's just a good way to spend your Friday night because I've done a lot of online lives, and it's just different, being at home in my room or being on a stage. So.
When you're at home, do you, in between songs, do you kind of get Well, I could just go to the washroom. I mean,
Yeah.
nothing's stopping me right now. Like I could just take a break and be like, I'll be right back, you know, and don't tell anybody and just go to the washroom because you can't normally do that during the show when you're on stage.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think that far. I didn't think like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. But I've definitely gotten up a lot. One time I switched my socks.
Oh yeah.
Because it was a Facebook Live, so, and it was before you could like save it to post after. So, you know, no one was gonna watch it again. So I got socks on, and then another time I just, you know, I've been getting different guitars, so it's pretty easy. Like I'm still in the camera. So no, but I just got a chair actually too from JYSK now, and I was using a stool first, and my back just is so bad. So finally, after 4 months, I got a chair.
A good chair for playing guitar is essential. It doesn't have like big arms, right? It's kind of got like no arms, maybe.
Yeah, the one that I got, it's kind of like this, but it's like a comfy black wheelie one, and I got it
But
like.
it's comfy, yes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's comfy.
It's like this chair that I'm sitting on, but it actually is nice.
Yeah, and like you can like put it up and down, and I got a pillow, and then I got a hippie like carpet to put it on. So
Nice. So you got a whole ambiance going on for your lives now.
yeah, I wish people could see it,
Yeah.
but like I can see it. So yeah.
Well, maybe just borrow Jazz, your sister's camera, you know, or her phone, and then just get multiple angles going.
Yeah.
Like she could have her live going, you could have your live going, and then just like, hey guys, you know, yeah, you know, get multiple phones out, you know, come
Or
have a
just
good
a
time.
carpet cam. Just this is what it looks like. Just
Yeah.
want to be like show it off.
Yeah, one show you can show it off. Yeah, different angles maybe for each performance or something.
Yeah, so far I've just been keeping it like boring and simple. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's just me, you know, my my room. There's like a bed. I just got white sheets too, because before I had like bluish creamy. So like I like to brag about that because you can see the bed.
And
And
then nice
then
new sheets.
Just did everybody notice?
Yeah.
These are newer.
I should mention it someday. And then my keyboard, and then laundry basket. So
It's very nice.
yeah.
That's really cool.
With my pajamas and yeah. So no complaining about it because you know I can wear my pajamas and do a live. But I do miss shows. I do miss like musicians too. Yeah.
But with that, you have been doing some kind, like sort of shows with your front lawn lives as you perform out on your front lawn for kind of your neighbors in your hood.
Yeah, I've done a lot with our boy Craig Juniak. So
Yeah.
we've done a ton of lives together, and then last weekend we needed a surprise act. So I messaged Josh Try, and I was like, "Hey, dude, can you come over tomorrow? Like pretty last minute." And he said, "Heck yeah, I'll be there." So I did it with those two ladies Sunday. So that was a lot of fun, and you know we hadn't seen each other in months, and we just used the same songs that everyone knows and just were winging it. So that was a lot of fun seeing people. But other than that, it's just me alone. It's fun.
It's fun to harmonize, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. Craig brings his own mic, you know, just
He brings his own mic, I love that. He's ready to go.
He's ready to go, yeah. Yeah.
But other than the lives, you've also been doing a lot. I saw today posted the Stand By Me cover by
Yes.
Benny King with Tim Hicks for the Children's Health Foundation Stand By Me campaign.
Yes, Tim.
That's pretty
That's
crazy.
crazy. How did you get on with that?
It's cool. I got asked.
It's cool, not a big
It's,
deal.
yeah,
You know, whatever.
it was cool. It's gotten a lot of good feedback. It came out today at 10 a.m. And what happened was I got sent a video of him singing it, it's just him playing guitar and singing. And then they wanted a hospital ambassador to perform to make it special. Not that it wasn't special, but I said, of course I'll do it. Like, I'm not gonna say no to that. It's pretty easy and it was fun. And I recorded it, sent it back, and the lighting was bad, so I did another recording of it and sent it, just if you want the inside scoop of it. But it was a lot of fun, and I'm happy with how it turned out. Nick Lavery did all of it, so Yeah.
Take 5
Take
Digital.
5 Digital,
Take
yeah.
5, Nick and Fong, a bunch of awesome workers. So it was cool working with them. Also, the fact that like if I had complaints or if I wanted to comment, I could just tell my boys. I wouldn't need to just suck it up. So,
Yeah,
but
you don't feel awkward.
yeah, but it was awesome, and yeah, thanks for watching. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it today. Yeah, it was really good.
I haven't had a chance, unfortunately. I'm sorry, I've been working, but I'm excited to watch it. The Stand By Me cover, that sounds really awesome. Now, what's it? You said it's for the Children's Health Foundation. What can people do to get involved? What can we donate at, like a specific link on your Instagram maybe or is there somewhere like that?
I can give you like my PayPal,
Okay.
Give me some money there for my online shopping. I think like you can definitely go on the website, or there might even be a link on that video actually, because that was big promo for a fundraiser happening online Saturday night and 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. They're doing like a bunch of entertainment and like magicians.
Cool.
Right, that's right. Yeah, magic magicians.
Yeah, magicians.
Yeah.
I haven't used the word in a while. And then some dancing. Like it's like a up all night, Stand By Me up all night fundraiser happening.
Cool.
So you can definitely look into that and donate. That's our plan. The hospital's plan for that is to raise a lot of money because there's like hundreds of people that do not have corona that are still in the hospital now. So it's just good to get back to fundraising.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting back to fundraising,
Well, I was just gonna say, even through quarantine, it seems like you've been grinding. You've been putting out a lot of lives and shows, but you've been doing that pretty much your whole life. As you've started playing music at a very young age, if you go down through your Instagram, you can see videos of very small Sarina performing.
Good job.
Yeah.
Woo! You were there. You guys were there all the time. But
Yeah, we heard all the songs.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
we
So-
know all the songs.
Yeah, writing songs, and you came up but busking really. You did a lot of busking at the Covent Garden Market or out in front of the London Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us all about just growing up in that music.
It's weird now because I won't be able to busk for a while because apparently, singers just spit on you, Did you see the news? It was that there's no dancing, no singing. But now it's legal, allowed, on Friday. But still no one's hiring or having live musicians, so it's
concerts
really
are coming back. You're right.
slowly, but it's still really weird. So right now, just the thought of that after all the experience and exposure, just right now it's like a weird mindset. But yeah, I performed forever at London Music Club. My grow up place with you guys. I don't know, nothing much is like new news that you wouldn't know. But
Well, you're telling our listeners stuff.
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
know?
say,
It's
don't
not just
forget
them,
us.
it's just us.
You can tell them. Lots of busking at the market, so I don't miss that, but it's performing in general. And then I definitely want to be back. I release 2 EPs, and I have the release party at Aeolian and then at the London Music Hall. So I can't wait to be back to those stages and perform. I miss all venues. I just miss doing shows, and then I'm still doing private shows now. Like I did a wedding a few weeks ago.
Cool.
In the backyard in Windsor, breaking the law because there's like 40 people.
Oh, jeez, keep that on the hush hush.
Yeah.
You might have to cut that out. Continue on.
Yeah, it's good because I'm still doing, private stuff, but I can't wait to, release more music and have a 3rd EP release party one day.
But for just about the busking, I'm curious about, because you started busking with your cello actually, so it wasn't you going out like people would see you now with your guitar and singing. You would sit at the market with your cello as a little girl. Was it you wanting to go out and perform, or was it like this is how I get my weekly allowance, like it was your job?
Or was it just like, you're doing this?
Yeah.
I've got a daughter who's talented and this is what she's
We're
going to
putting
do.
her out there.
Yeah, that's my mom saying, you're going to bust today. I think I did it because it was obviously a passion and I enjoyed it, the fact that I did it every week too. And yeah, of course I started off with the cello and then self-taught guitar, so I figured I'm gonna go play the same 3 songs and get money. Look at me now. So I kind of grew up doing that, and then I didn't start writing songs like until I was like 16 and actually started sharing them. So if you think about it, that's like a long time. Like all that performing, just covers and trying to write songs but not sharing them. It became nice when I started like busking and practicing my originals there for people sometimes listening but just giving me money.
Yeah.
So it was like a passion, like it was good to make money, but when you said the cello, one time I played cello when I was busking, and I had a little cute sign, and I got asked to put it down, but it said like money going towards Haiti. Because so bad, I forget what happened, but I just wanted to like raise money for that, so I did a lot for fundraising, and then yeah, I think I eventually started keeping the money as a job, but I still enjoy doing a lot of donations towards the hospital and Make-A-Wish as a wish kid, and it's been pretty nice.
Yeah.
When you do get involved with these programs, are they, I'm sorry if I'm interjecting.
No.
With these programs, are they contacting you with like, we've got this great event coming up, how do we, like we want you to perform there kind of thing, what's your involvement with when it comes to Make-A-Wish? Or should we save that, Erin? What are you thinking?
I was gonna say that for a
I
bit.
jumped ahead.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I can kind of explain like for any organization though. A lot of times if it's a big event, then I'll get asked to play. But recently I offered to do 2 lives. One was for Make-A-Wish Canada, and one was for the Epilepsy Support Center, and I kind of messaged them and said, hey, I'm interested in doing a Facebook Live.
Oh, cool.
So that was kind of me, taking the role, saying, yeah, let me sing for you. But a lot of fundraisers I'm commonly asked to play, and of course I say yes, I'd love to be a part of it. So.
But it seems like you were just kind of growing up in that way. Obviously, as a little kid, you were already donating the money you made busking to charitable organizations. So now you're growing up and you're still already that's just what you're used to. Is they're like, okay, I make some money, I should give back.
Yeah, and even for my 2 EPs, like I think it was $1 or just proceeds from the first one every time I sell them goes towards brain research. And then the second one, commonly, like, if I'm like playing at like a fundraiser for mental health, like easily I'll just donate proceeds to the event. Like, I mean, it's good to keep all the money, but of course, people buy more when you're donating, and it just, when it's a fundraiser, it's so easy to get people's money, so you might as well sell some CDs and donate proceeds. So I do that a lot as well.
And that like you were saying is all, like it kind of comes from where you started, the Covent Garden Market, playing there, playing in hockey games, starting right from the beginning, like I'll donate some of this money to Haiti, maybe I'll like make some money for myself, realizing I need to give some of that back as well. So that's really fucking cool. Excuse my language.
Thank you.
Now you came from a family of musicians. Do you see that as advantageous, when you're coming into these situations of performing or this or that, like do you find, well, because my family is a big music family, like I know that I'm going to get support with this stuff, I know that, like what are some pros and cons you might say?
I find I do get a lot of support with all my friends who are musical. There's only a few, but specific ones, and then my family's very supportive, and it's good because whether you have people that enjoy you wherever you're performing, your family just, no one knows it's your family, they just look like fans too, so it works out. And my family also lots of friends, so they always invite people to shows and everything. But I do get a huge amount of support, other than like me not allowed to play like guitar in the middle of the night because I live upstairs. Like other than that, they're very supportive. Yeah.
But coming up with, say, for example, your cousin Julia has been performing. She's a lot older than you, or not a lot older than you, but she is older.
She's an oldie.
So you obviously are coming up having the same last name in not necessarily her shadow, but people are comparing you to her or expecting maybe similar kinds of music. She obviously is taking more of a country route while you're doing more pop, folk kind of things. Like, do you, when you're going to shows or fans hear like, oh, Sarina Haggarty, do they have expectations that it should be like other members of your family who are performers?
Yeah, when I first, it happens all the time. When I first started, of course I got it like, oh, do you know Julie Haggarty? I know your sister. And I think like, okay, sister or like or my cousin, like, because Haggartys are so big. So I got it a lot, but then she told me how she gets it all the time once I start networking and meeting people. So we both get it definitely like the same amount of times. And you get used to it, like you just know what you're gonna say, like, no, that's my cousin. And then I was also I can't talk today. I was also seen as a country singer because I played at like country festivals like Trackside, or like played some country songs because I love country. So right away people either thought I was Julia, so they'd say, oh, I've heard of you before. And I'm like, really, probably Julia, because like I'm not known as that country singer. But yeah, she's awesome, and she's definitely someone who has inspired me and someone to look up to. Cousins are cool, and yeah, she's cool.
Nice.
Well, she plays with a full band. She performs all the time around the city and has hosted the London Music Awards. But now you have risen to full band status, playing with some incredible musicians. Mark Swan, incredible. Josh Try, incredible. An episode 4 guest, Connor Moran, and episode 22 guest Craig.
We can't.
Always
don't say his last name right.
Geniac.
Oh, I say it wrong every time. Geniac. Craig, I love you, buddy. I literally just saw you earlier tonight. The band that you have assembled, like what was the transition of deciding I want to play with a full band now, and actually assembling such a good crew of people too?
I met Craig because we played a show together, but then you're like, yo, I know this bass player named Craig. So thanks. I'm very grateful that you brought Craig to a rehearsal once, because he's not bad, and I guess I decided to keep him for now. So Craig's awesome, and Geniac, I told him the other day, I wrote down the first time I introduced, when I played with a full band, I literally wrote Genie, so I could remember. And we're second cousins anyway, so I should know the Geniacs. So Craig's awesome, such a cool guy, And Connor Moran, I met him at like a networking event, and he's like, hey, I'm Connor, you're Sarina, and I'm like, yes, I'm Sarina. And then I asked him to play, and then so far just, he's stuck by my side, and he's very cool. So it's good to have like people, a part of your journey, and also it's a pleasure being a part of theirs. And then Mark Swan, this guy, like, I barely knew him, and he was like organizing the event, which was exactly like I think 2 years ago, with Five Oceans, myself, and 2 other bands that are awesome. And Mark, that's the day that I met him, and he just came up and played with Connor and I and Craig a few songs. And then I've never played with, actually I've only played with like 2 drummers before, so I was like, I'm gonna try this Mark guy out, and he's just amazing. Like, he's such a cool guy, so talented, like he knows his stuff. And then Josh Try, I was like always a huge fan of Josh, like, whoa, he's cool, and he played like with Julia, so that's kind of how I like heard of him. And then I asked him to play a gig with me one day, and look, before we know it, he's at the quarantine Facebook Live show, so talented. And yourself as well, I played with you growing up, you know? You were kind of my first band members.
I guess so, right? We've written songs together. Absolutely.
Yeah, we wrote when I was 22. I knew I was through. People make fun. I wrote the first line.
I'm remembering that now. Oh my god.
To run and found you. Na, 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 na. Yeah, it was like a...
That's a catchy tune.
Wasn't it for
someone?
It was either for Canada Day or CISD.
I think
It was something like that.
It was a CISD song. It was for like.
It was for a music video. John was staffing a camp and he needed a camp song. I'm like, dude, I don't even write songs. And then Patrick came over and we co-wrote the song. And we were sitting.
I was 22. Yeah.
He's like, oh, what? I think he said, what's an idea? Like, what's a line? And I think 22, Taylor Swift was like a big hit back then in the good times. So I was like, okay, when I was 22, I'm almost 22 now. And that was the first line. And honestly, you definitely wrote the rest. I had never finished a song then. And you know, I was really doubtful of the lyrics, so I got the one hit line when I was 22. So, of course, Patty Boy, you've been a huge impact.
Oh, we're not going to make it about me now. You are doing amazing stuff, Sarina. You inspired me, actually. All right? We're going to turn it right back around, all right? Sarina has been doing so much within the music scene, always working hard, always striving for better things. Every time I look on your Instagram or what you're doing on the socials, it's always something cooler than the last thing.
Okay, good. Do you like the vibe of the Instagram? Like, I tried to be artsy, but I lost place because there's so much to post that I'm glad you see all good stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, I like the Insta Lives. I really enjoy the quarantine shows on the lawn. I've almost been quite jealous that I haven't been asked to join. But
okay,
no, that's all right. It's all right. Yeah, I think that you're doing so much good stuff. So I'm very proud that to have even been a small part on your journey. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for both of you.
Thank you. But running from what you're saying, all the great things that Sarina's done, let's talk a little bit about all your releases, because you've kind of gone out. You have 2 EPs, Missing Pieces and Compass, and then you also have a few singles, Obsessed, Crazy, Want You So Bad. So tell us a little bit about those. What are your favorite releases? Maybe had any good memories making them?
Yes, there's too many memories, but I'll try and tell the story. You know, I'm the kind of person that's
timeline.
Story, it's like that. Missing Pieces I released in 2016, and that kind of got based off of Distracted, the hit song, and then I ended up...
Hit, absolutely, absolute hit.
It was definitely a hit, and then 2 other songs got added that I co-wrote with the guy who produced them named Ryan Storzer, and he's also probably heard about the school that I did that we can talk about after. I'll try and stay a straight line. So Missing Pieces I released, there's Find a Way Back, and that song was really meaningful to me. It's kind of, it was about a journey and, you know, like getting lost and like missing someone and missing some things and just, you know, like should you move on or should you go back? And then the other one was about a boy, and it's about, you know, moving on too. I feel like all my songs are about moving on. And then before I knew it, the year after, I released Compass, and I released the next hit song, Obsessed, and I did
hit after hit after hit.
With the hit music video too.
Yeah, with the hit music video, Take 5 Digital, and it was a ton of fun, and the music video was, I'm not a good actress, but it was a lot of fun doing that.
Could you tell us the story again about how you picked the actor who acted opposite you in the Obsessed video? So to set the stage, the video is Sarina and walking into the local classic venue of food, Prince Al's, and meeting up with a very handsome young man. But you see throughout the video, there's other things
There's a twist.
There's a twist. But how did you come to meet this guy, this actor who was playing across you?
How did you know that story?
You told me this story.
Okay, I'm glad you remember. So I was at a show with my friends. I forget who I was with, but I saw my friend Amy, and Amy was with, like, you know those nice people that are like Harry, that nice? Like, Amy's that kind of person. And Amy's like, yeah, I'm with all my boys here. And there was like 5 guys. And I'm like, okay, which one is the most social? Because they're all cute. He's like, I need one for my music video. So she's like, oh, Eric's really social. So I talked to him, and I was like, hey, want to be in my music video? Like, first impression was probably like, who's this girl? Like, why is she talking to me? And then he said yes, surprisingly. And then I barely knew him, and I was like, okay, we're gonna go to the Western Fair next week. Don't worry, you don't have to spend money. And we went on a bunch of rides, and Nick recorded everything like in slow motion and stuff. So I think I did a pretty good acting job. And the music video, I think Jasmine and I thought of the idea that it starts off with him walking in, and then the video is just all the memories of both of us. But then I haven't talked about it in so long. I think it was like a dream or something, because then at the end he walks in and he passes me, and I'm at a table with my sister and her friend. So I'm with my friends. I'm at like a table with my friends, and he walks in and goes to another girl. Like, that's so like badass. Like, so that was like, it was a good plot twist that surprised a lot of people. But I was pretty proud. I think my sister and I just randomly thought of the idea. Was that the right story? Was there anything else?
Exactly it. That's exactly it. That was perfect.
And he's just so nice, and
It's hilarious.
Good. Yeah, it is a good plot twist. I was really happy with how that turned out. And we actually recorded half of it when the song wasn't even done, and it actually got a bit faster. But somehow, it worked out. The times that I was lip syncing,
oh yeah,
I can't even tell.
Oh, cool. So, like, yeah, I've heard about that. How to make it slow motion, you have to record faster, right? So, like, or they speed up the song, and you have to like lip sync to it quicker, right? And then they slow it down for the video. Is that what you have to do? Or?
I'm not a good knowledgeable music video. I'm a good singer and actress. I know that my friends did a music video recently. They're called New Friends. And in the music shoot, one of the parts was them walking slow motion, and they had to do it really fast. And it took them half an hour to like walk like 20 times, and then it's like a slow motion of them like throwing off their hat. So I don't think we did any of that. What Nick managed to do, well, yeah, he basically did that because the ride was going so fast, so it did work out perfectly. So yeah, that's a cool music video. So that was the hit, and then I've sang them on like every gig. Sometimes I'm sick of it, but it's a song that everyone loves, so it's cool.
Heck yeah. And
then we got 3 other songs on the second EP, I think. And then recently, a year ago, I released 2 songs that I recorded in EMAC studio in London, and it was just so much fun. A guy named Mo Berg, who was my prof, produced them, and they're really like a folky pop alternative vibe. A love song and kind of like I Don't Like You, Broken Heart, Leave love song, that kind of vibe. That I wrote like actually a year before. And I just kind of pulled it out of my pocket and it became pop, and yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then I was telling Erin earlier that I have 2 songs that are just being mixed and finalized now, so I'm really excited to release those sometime soon.
Are you going to work with Take 5 Digital again to make a music video for them, you think?
Yeah, actually I was speaking with one of them today, and we were planning a music video, and the idea was just too funny and good, so I won't.
Yeah,
don't give it away.
It's alright, we want the exclusive, but we won't.
Yeah, we were chatting, and it was the first time we talked about it anyway, so I think we're going to change it around, come up with some cool ideas, because I kind of have 3 songs. I have 2 like alternative pop, and then one I'm doing with a good friend of mine named Alex Emmerich, and he produced it. We co-wrote it. It's very pop and catchy, and I think you'll really love it because you like pop, right?
I do like pop.
You gotta love the pop. So
Absolutely.
I have to kind of decide which one to do a music video for that, and which one I'm gonna release first, even. So.
Feel free to send them over to us. We'll give you our
Yes.
opinions. That's right.
For sure.
I don't like either of them. Throw it out.
Not hit.
I think the pop one is definitely gonna be a hit. I think so.
That's good.
With you speaking about these new songs, like it kind of leads into my next question. With this current climate, like an ongoing world events, everything happening, has that really affected your songwriting? Like, have you really found a way to, like, I don't know, check your own biases or something like that, and go like, I'm learning from these things and I want to implement them in my music or anything like that?
Yeah, it's hard to say because some days I'm so inspired, even though the world is nuts and going crazy. I have been inspired, but then other days, like, just so much is on my mind that I can't even write stuff. When I have nothing to do, like, I'm quarantined, so it's like, why can't I just, write 10 songs a day? So it has been really hard, actually, for some reason. Like, I haven't been able to write much songs, but I'm just keep on trying and, focusing for the 3 hours when the house is quiet. That's my time.
Do you think any of, like, the events of the world, though, like, are like some of that like those topics are kind of finding their way into your songwriting at all? Like, are you finding that you're writing about things differently now because of that?
Yeah, I tried. Yes, but I've been trying, especially with all the pride stuff. Like, so I was kind of inspired by that, and I tried to write, but I wish there was something I could say, like, oh yeah, I did this.
Oh yeah, no need to.
Maybe in a few weeks it'll, all come out. But I have definitely tried many times, and yeah, it's definitely, like, impacted my songwriting, and, like, taking little ideas from each, and putting into another song, whatever that song is about. So it's definitely helped.
Cool.
Yeah, I hope it, helps the world, and I hope it, ends eventually, but everything that's taken place this past few months, yeah, definitely been on my mind.
Hell yeah.
Just kind of, we've touched on a few things with your involvement in the Children's Hospital and being a Wish Kid. Maybe if you want to talk to or tell our audience a little bit about why you were a Wish Kid, and how you got involved.
Sure. I've had epilepsy since I was 9, and then it wasn't really, I wasn't growing out of it in hopes that I would. So I said, you know what, let me get brain surgery. That sounds fun. Let's do this. Woo!
Sign me up.
And it was actually 4 years ago this week, so time flew by.
Woo! Wake up! 4 years ago!
Yeah, and surgery was a success at first, but unfortunately it was not what I was hoping for, what anyone was hoping for. So I still had epilepsy, and it unfortunately got worse for kind of like a year and a half. And then I had surgery again, because woo, why not? Fun. So the first one was in the Children's Hospital, that's why it's so meaningful to me. And then the second one was in the University Hospital, and the neurologists that I've had are just incredible. So I've been very lucky and fortunate that it's in London, and that I was given the opportunity to have those neurosurgeons and neurologists. So I had another surgery in 2018, and since then it's been really weird. I'll tell you the truth. Like, I had water, I had a lot of fluid in my head, and I was like, when is this gonna go away? Like, I didn't have it last time. And then I was seizure-free for 7 months, and then I had a seizure, but then it was known to be just like normal because all the fluid was drained out. So I have been 14 months now since then. Seizure-free.
Yeah. Way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It took a lot of, like, patience and getting used to, like, like not being too anxious and stuff. So it was a hard journey this past 4 years, because before I even had the first surgery, like, I had normal epilepsy. Like I was used to it. I had maybe like once a year, so it wasn't even bad. Like, but might as well try new stuff. My life is getting boring, so I needed a fresh start. But
Time to do acid, test the brain.
So yeah, it's been a long 4 years, but it's been good times and bad times, and the best times now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps getting better. So knock on wood, and let's hope no corona one day and no seizures one day. Woo!
Absolutely.
So that's kind of how I've always been a hospital ambassador, and then. You said the wish part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had my first surgery. I was 17, and I got accepted to be a wish kid for Make-A-Wish, and I was like, okay, guys, like I already had the surgery. I had 2 surgeries. Like, I don't need a wish. Like, I can go to Florida myself. Yeah, like unless we're going now to Disney World, like I don't really need a wish. And I didn't tell like any of my friends that I got accepted to Make-A-Wish, even though I wasn't. Like, I don't know, I guess I didn't tell them because, I needed to decide my wish first, and then, like, surprise, guess what? So I decided that I wanted to perform on a big stage. So I did it, guys, and...
I did it, guys!
So I did it!
I did it!
It was cool.
It was cool. I would do it again. And it was with, like, Canadian Shawn Mendes, and then it was done in Cleveland. So when he was on his... world tour for all those hits like and I can treat you better.
Oh yeah, Shawn Mendes. Who doesn't know Shawn Mendes?
Yeah, so exactly. Like everyone.
Shawn Mendes is a Canadian a dream. He's a dreamboat.
A dreamboat. Yeah, he's very nice. The fact that he let me kind of steal the spotlight. So Make-A-Wish America handles a lot of the celebrities. So it was to perform on a big stage, and turns out Canadian from, down the street in Toronto. So it was done through Southwestern Ontario chapter, and then Canada, and then America. So it was like a huge wish, and like it came true a year after my surgery, and it was not something I ever thought about, like performing on a big stage and it becoming the highlight like internationally for Make-A-Wish. So it was like out of the blue. Like if you said, Sarina, you know what, in 4 years it's going to be Corona and you're not going to be having shows, and in a year you're going to be performing like in 22,000 people, like I'd be like, Patrick, you need to go home. Like it's okay. So it's been it's okay. So yeah, it brought me a lot of like good memories, and then before I knew it, it was a highlight, and I went to Arizona to surprise the audience because they showed the video of this girl from London, Ontario singing on a big stage, and then it was like, psych, I'm here, and I went out and sang the one song, Distracted, so the first song that I wrote. So yeah, that was kind of my wish, and luckily I was in LA before quarantine started, so March 12th that week, and Make-A-Wish is celebrating their 40th anniversary, which is like so cool and so,
That's amazing.
Awesome.
They've been around for so long. Who knew, right?
Yeah, so like it's just incredible, and they wanted me to sing on the big like PSA that they were releasing, and they called me and they said, hey, can you come to like record the vocals? And I thought like, oh, I'll record them in London, that's really cool, I'll be in the video. And she said, oh, it's easier if you come, like, and I thought Arizona because it's kind of based in Arizona, and the lady said, oh, like LA, and I looked at my mom and I was like, oh yeah, baby, I'm going to LA.
Heck yeah.
And then I said, sure, I'll be there, like, let me check my schedule. And then I wanted to go on the Monday because I had like a show or something with the London Arts Council actually on the Sunday. So I was like, come on, it pays good. Like I can go on the Monday. But then I messaged Richard Gracious and I said, hey, listen, like I'm going to LA, so I'm so sorry. Like I'm going to have to cancel on this awesome gig for like 3 hours. So before I knew it, I was flying to LA, and I recorded in the studio called Shindig, and then the next day they were recording strings for the PSA in a studio called The Village, and it was built for the Fleetwood Mac album. It was all recorded there. And then it was singing A Sky Full of Stars by Coldplay, and the whole album for that was like recorded that same piano that they were playing. So that was really cool. You know, a week before
everything got shut down.
Yeah, and like the week before that, like I thought I'd be in school, you know, getting ready for exams. So as a Wish kid, it's just unbelievable sometimes to be one and to be an ambassador. And just like I'm very, very grateful. These past 4 years really, you know, made me grateful. I was before, but like just for all the little things and the big things.
During the whole time you were at the hospital and doing these, you had a hashtag going that was brain surgery is chill.
Yes.
So what
Yes.
what inspired that hashtag? Did people enjoy that, or did they actually think brain surgery was as chill as it was?
Definitely not. People did not believe it. Like I can't even imagine it from their perspective, but like me saying like, yeah, brain surgery is chill. Exactly a year ago today, Edward Sharp and the Magnetic Zeros were playing Rock the Park, throwback, festivals.
If those ever happen again.
They were playing, and instead of going to the mic check, they came to visit me in the hospital. So they came and sang some songs, and I think it was the Edward Sharp guy that said like, oh, you're so chill, your hashtag should be brain surgery is chill. And from then on, I just kind of lived off of that.
That's very cool.
Eventually, it like slowly faded away, but I was like, no, brain surgery is chill. You know, I needed to bring it back when I got the second surgery. So I think I just was chill. You know, I had like either way, I was getting surgery. Like I was ready to get surgery. So what am I gonna do? Back out? Like, oh no, it's not chill anymore. So I don't know. It just came automatically, sunk into my mind, and then never left. So
It's very chill.
yeah, it was chill. Other than like.
You always were really chill about it.
Yeah.
Like there's videos of you playing guitar in the hospital with like bandages wrapped around your head.
Yeah, you have the electrodes in, checking your brain, and then it's just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna casually play some Data song.
Yeah, Don't Let Me Down was like a big hit back then. Yeah.
What do you mean, the Beatles song? Like, don't let me down.
I didn't even actually know that song at that time, which is really bad, I know.
No, whatever.
But Don't Let Me Down, Chainsmokers, and I released that. I posted on Facebook and said like, don't let me down, hashtag brain surgery is chill. And then I had the second surgery, because the first one was like July 11th, and they mapped, you know, with all the electrodes. And then 10 days after, they removed some pieces. So before the second surgery was when I released the video. And then I was like, oh, that's chill, that's done. Like, other than the fact that they cut open my head and, like, just the pain, like, other than that, like, the brain doesn't have nerves, so, like, can't complain, like, and I have scars, like, but both times, I didn't shave my head, so, because I don't have time. I can't pull it off like some people, so yeah, it was nice.
I don't have a shave right now, but thank you.
You have nice hair, you have nice beard, you got it all.
You got a pretty nice face too, alright? So it's all good.
Yeah, I just didn't want to, you know, I couldn't pull off that style.
The bald style.
And the surgeon was, the first surgery was a girl, she's so funny, like so chill. And then the second surgery, when I was older, at the university, this guy comes in, he's like, you know what? I've only met you once, and I kind of explained surgery, but we're going to change plans. This is like 10 minutes before this brain surgery, right? 10 minutes. And it's like brain surgery, like I've done this before, like I wasn't worried. But I still had seizures at that time, so like I didn't have time to like have fun, dude. Like I needed surgery. And he's just like, oh yeah, we're going to remove more of the top part, not this part.
Oh my God.
Like, guys,
You're
brain
kinda
surgery's chill.
You're just going like, man, just get in there. Stop telling me about this. Just
I don't need to
do it.
know, just do it.
Yeah, and that surgery was actually just one, like, long surgery, and they woke me up, and they just asked me questions and stuff, so. And there was a guy that worked, I'm not sure what the position's called, but the guy who puts you to sleep.
The anesthesiologist.
Anesthesiologist. Like, I would love to have his job. Like, he literally says, okay, just count to 10 or something. Like, I'm gonna give you all these needles, and then he just walks away and you never see him again.
Yeah, he just puts people to sleep with drugs and then walks away. That's what he does. Anesthesiologists have a crazy job because like you can kill people like that.
But also you don't want to not give them enough and then they wake up during surgery.
Yeah, that is.
That's
That's
terrifying.
like my biggest fear.
So it's figuring out the right level. Oh my God.
Based
every
on like
person's-
their weight
every person's
and their
different
height. They have
Yes,
to
that is
figure
a lot
out.
of work. He talked to me like, I think for 20 minutes. Like, he was kind of the first doctor I talked to before, like as I was getting all vitals and stuff. And he said like, hey, I don't know what his name was. And yeah, how's your day going? I'm like, it's 8 a.m., dude. Like, I just want surgery. So he really like calms you down. Not that I wasn't chill, but yeah. Anyway, very grateful for London Healthcare, and that's kind of my surgery. So let's hope for the best.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's always going to be best going forward. Speaking of best, you were part of this really cool program for City Fights Back.
Yes.
Will you tell us a bit about the involvement and what it was like to be a part of that?
It was so cool. The whole team that kind of organized and put it together were just incredible. And I wasn't sure how the video was going to turn out, but we did fight song, and there was maybe 20 people, and a lot of them were recording vocals in EMAX studio. And seeing the video, it's awesome. So they recorded everyone singing and dramatically taking off their masks. And there was like Sarah Smith, Severia, Genevieve Fisher, Aaron Allen, Sarina Haggarty. I'm trying to like list all the names. Jen.
Yeah, Jen Marino, our most recent guest.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it was cool decisions of the artists, but no, London's just packed of artists, so it's hard to fit everyone in, but they were all the cool people that made the cut. And I found out,
Including you.
Yeah.
including me, yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was very last minute too, because everything went so fast with COVID. But Nick Fetchison, who's the engineer at EMAC, he produced it all. He was like so sick of it, but it was so good. So listening to it over and over, like as a producer for a cover song, like. But it's awesome. The video turned out awesome, and yeah, it was released like maybe a month ago already. So it was a pleasure being a part of that, and it sounded so good. Like, so it raised a lot of money and awareness for COVID. So I was pretty honored to, be in the video.
Very cool they asked you to be part of that, eh?
I think it was my first time out of the house too, actually. Like, other than driving around and stuff, like actually going into a building. I walked in and I was like, woo, quarantine, over now.
Now we're hanging out.
Just for today, thank you.
Gonna go home now. Yeah, the video was awesome. I love the aesthetics with it and the sound of it. It was awesome.
It's super professional looking, and the
Yeah.
quality is crazy, yeah.
Yeah, and all the promo, they're still doing it still doing it now, and the teachers. I can't talk to you guys. The T-shirts for City Fights Back. Do you have one? I can
I
get
need
you
one. I need one,
You
yeah.
can borrow mine too.
It'll fit. I've gotten much thinner.
Yeah. It's really cute. It's like a white summer shirt. Yeah. Maybe I'll give it to you. You can borrow it.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, so they just put a lot of time and effort into it, so it was a really cool project for the community and around, just all around the world and the country. Just, it's like any meaningful video that's being posted right now.
Well, it's really cool again that you got to be a part of something that actually is making a change, making a difference, and it's also just a humble recognition of your work within the city and the music side. So it's a little bit of like, props to you there, but also we're doing a great thing. So, like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, like when I was talking to the people who were organizing it, like obviously it's so hard because London, as I said, is packed with people. So I think if they wanted to, they would put everyone into this video. Like it's a 4-minute song. Like you can definitely, everyone can have a line in there.
We're gonna have a word. Everyone gets a word, or maybe the whole song is just harmonized like crazy, right?
There was
Just a choir.
Yeah, that's right.
oh my gosh, the Pears sang
Their
the
part was
British flag.
amazing. Sorry. Oh.
Yeah, my
It's
favorite
so cool.
part, I mean, it was all great, but I think my first things I can think of was the Pears, and Jen's part was like so cool. And then
Power.
yeah, like, it's like, girl, you want to switch solos there? I want to sing like you. And then I sang half the second verse with Darren Broadback, so the harmonies went great, because it wasn't supposed to be harmonies, like that's just how I sang the melody.
Oh yeah?
But it just,
Oh nice. That's so cool.
yeah, Nick just loves me. He gave me a sneak peek the day before it was released. It might be a secret, but I saw it and I didn't know that. I thought somehow he's gonna squish it in somewhere, but yeah, it's a really cool video. I think definitely it'll keep passing on, get some views.
Growing, doing a good thing.
Like for like, share for share, all that stuff.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out. If not, to help raise awareness for COVID and donate. But also just check out how many cool people are from London, because it also showcases some NHL players who have left us, some pretty cool people from like Much Music and things like that.
Shad is in the
Oh
video.
yeah.
So even just watching it to see just all the cool people from London. It's
One of
great.
these days, Shad, you're gonna be on this podcast.
That's our white whale. We will get him someday.
Shad, you beautiful man, we've seen you whenever you come to London. Me and Erin are there, alright? So, yeah.
Yeah, so we're just moving forward. What are you you told us a little bit about your upcoming releases, but now you've graduated from MIA. So what, do you have any plans moving forward in the future?
Yeah, I think so, of course. Staying quarantined for a bit more, but I graduated MIA, which is awesome. Coolest 2 years.
Congrats.
Thank you. I passed all the classes. I passed the extra gen ed useless classes. I did it. I passed college. So I think I'm either gonna go back for a year or maybe 2 for management and a lot of social media stuff, just to master the skills and gain a fan base.
Same thing there, and went for business.
When I went back to school, exact same thing, master. Get those little fine details and things that you need.
Yeah, so I feel like I could learn a lot from it for anything I end up doing in 50 years. Or going into more songwriting and improving it. Because I do have a lot of songwriters that really inspire me. My goal is to be like them, write some hits. So I feel like I was looking into Berkeley as one of them.
Whoa.
So maybe the online, I'm not moving, don't worry.
Don't worry, everybody. She's
Well,
staying
I
here.
mean, if coronavirus wasn't happening, that'd be crazy. That'd be such a good fit. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, and it's not like it's a few years. It would go quick, and I would plan to sink in a lot of info and be more inspired to write some hit songs. But there's a ton of online stuff, so I think I need to start looking into it more since it's July. So I think my plan is to improve as a songwriter, performer, with all the shows that will not be happening for the rest of the year. Just improve as an artist and as a person, becomes a bit nicer.
That's a great goal to have.
Yeah,
I think everybody should too.
it's a good quarantine goal.
Try to attain that quarantine goal. Be a better person, be a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we can all grow. There's no age where you can't learn something new and grow.
Yeah.
That's what I just learned from you, so thank you, Sarina.
Inspiring.
We are going to kind of wrap into some London-based questions.
Sure.
You're born and raised here.
Yes.
Londoner, yes.
Now, we don't have a name for this section yet, but let's test out some on the fly right now. All right, so it's time for London's I don't know. It's time for your favorite London thing. I don't know. Or Erin, now you go. You do one.
All right, and it's time for the segment that all Londoners want to know. What is pretty cool in London for Sarina?
Ooh, that's what is pretty cool in London. I like that. Okay, so it's time for our hit segment. What is pretty cool in London?
According to Sarina.
Awesome. So Sarina, what's your favorite neighborhood in the city? This is the city of neighborhoods.
That's a hard decision because I live like northeast-ish, so
Live
like
in the Northridge, because that's where we grew up as well.
yeah, so like
Northridge
yeah,
neighborhood.
exactly. We grew up there. I'm gonna have to say that, but you know, I don't know. East London's pretty cool, like near your place. But Mason Mill's awesome. Spend money. Downtown Richmond, come on, that's Richmond Road. That's where it's at. So I like Richmond. You know what? I'll make the decision where I live, Northridge.
Okay, cool. I like that.
It's a hard decision. Okay, Northridge.
Yeah.
Final decision.
What would you say is your favorite place to eat, or your favorite restaurant in the city?
Prince Albert's.
Prince Albert.
Or Richie's.
Keeping it classy, right? There's
Right to the diner style.
nothing better than a good Prince Al hangout, you know, in the
Yeah.
diner booths. Oh, I miss that.
Or Richie's breakfast.
All right, so your favorite hidden gem in the city. So that could be like a person, place, or thing within the city that you feel like people aren't recognizing enough as like an awesome part of the city.
This is like thinking on the spot. Honestly, I forget where it is, but I think it's outside of town, London, and it's like a really sketchy house. Like it's totally old and ripped and stuff. I'm not sure.
Abandoned.
Abandoned, that's the word. So I find that's cool outside of London. I don't even remember where it is though, but that's just a place that always comes to mind. But, you know, I think, you know, I don't know.
Well, like, let's give you, I'm gonna try to think of an example. So an example for myself, a hidden gem that people might not realize they take advantage of, or they could take advantage of, we like to use the example of the bike paths here in the city. You know, if you're always using public transit, which is really great, or you know, if you're driving your car, which you know you could always use public transit. Maybe not the safest right now, but you know, always that's good for the environment. But like our bike
Paths can get
bike
you
paths
anywhere.
can get you, as long as it's along the river, pretty much. Like you can get all across the city, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's actually, near your old place. Near our place, like Adelaide and Windermere area, like that forest is just beautiful. So that's kind of hidden treasure there. So I have ran there and biked there a couple times. I'm not that active, but I do love it there. That's kind of hidden. Even though like you always see people there and you have to walk 6 feet apart, like at the same time it's not really noticed that much. And like Gibbons Park, and so you know what, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. So the
abandoned house.
abandoned
The
house,
Ritz house.
or the ripped house, or nature in general. So I'm gonna have to go with the bike paths.
Okay, cool. I like it. I like it. I was gonna say too, like what could be funny as a not so hidden gem, but as a gem is like your backyard. You know, like where it's like it's a hidden gem, but like doesn't the whole city know about the Haggarty's house? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Everyone's hung out at a party there probably once in their life.
Yeah, that's a good hidden gem too. Yeah,
There you go.
that's a good one. What's yours? What's your idea? He's coming up with some good ideas.
I was gonna say my idea, but it's mostly for our family, would be like Scott's Corner. We love going to Scott's Corner, but maybe not a lot of people go, or like Poacher's Arms. Do you like not many people technically really go to Poacher's Arms?
Yeah, Poacher's Arms is definitely good. I think the first time I went there, I was texting Jonathan, and I was like, "Where did you go?" Like he just walked away. We came out from Rum Runners,
Classic.
and he said, "I'm at Poacher's Arms," and I said, like, what is this? I've never heard of this. And I looked on the map, and like I always passed it.
Yeah, because it's downstairs.
Yeah, and I spent, the end of my 20th birthday there. It's a good night. It's a cute place. So Poacher's Arms is definitely.
We're just giving her all the ideas for these hidden gems.
But also like McCabe's. I love McCabe's, but everyone knows McCabe's. So, but Hi-Fi, the diner, like across from.
Campus Hi-Fi,
Yeah, not a lot of people know about that place, even though it's like.
Right there.
It's right there, yeah.
That is a great breakfast spot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, next London question. What is moving
A
on?
lot of shiny gems, gems there.
What would you say is your favorite venue to play a show and your favorite venue to watch a show? Those could be two separate, or if it's the same one.
Play Aeolian and view. I think like London Music Club, because just like growing up there and performing there myself, like it's good because it's like an intimate place, but it holds a lot of people. So yeah, I think there's a bar, there's chairs, there's tables. Yeah.
What do you like to play at Aeolian Hall?
It's beautiful sound, great like workers there, sound guy Christoph, one of the best sound guys ever, and yeah, it's just beautiful. And I released my first EP there too, so yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Was I there? Was I playing that show?
You opened that show.
You opened that show.
Yeah, I was gonna say you opened that.
I'm glad you remember that night.
Absolutely, I remember, because I remember being like, oh my god, I'm playing Aeolian Hall, and it's packed in here. Like, it was awesome.
Yeah, 335 people. Yeah. Tickets were free though, remember that? Like, so I did
It's so funny.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, just come, like everyone come. And it was
Great
not long
idea.
after my surgery too, so like all the donations went towards brain research. You opened, Ben Heffernan opened, I think Jasmine.
I think Jasmine did something because I remember you had to get John up, and then we had to convince Cassandra to go up for all the kids to perform a song.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And
that was
my Oma was there, I think, and she's like, Cassandra, go up now. Like when Oma says something, you gotta do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good show though. I feel it's just an awesome environment, and it's so like classic and yeah, such like raw sound. It's like a good echo. It makes you sound good.
It does. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place. It looks like an old church, pretty much. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I think my like go-to. We won't go too much about this subject, but Rum Runners is like awesome because there's so many memories there and so many shows. So London Music Hall and Rum Runners is also, of course, a good place.
I think they could lower the price on their beer. We're going to go on to our incredible game that everyone knows us for. London's Pretty Cool's This or That.
Woo!
Let's do that again, Aaron. We'll say it at the same time.
Or should it be this or that?
Ooh, I love it. Okay, perfect. It's time for London's Pretty Cool's most famous game, This
or that.
Woo!
I'm so ready to say it too, this
Let's do
or
You say
that.
you say
You said that.
You say or, okay? We'll do it one more time, alright? Welcome to London's Pretty Cool's most famous game, This
Or
That.
Ow!
Alright, everyone knows the game.
Everybody knows the game.
You know the rules.
You all know the
Remind
rules. You all know the rules, alright? There's a question asked by each of us. You answer the question simply, no explanations. You have to answer it quickly as well. We're gonna give you options. You give us an answer of those options.
Two options of London places or things that are somewhat similar, and you have to choose your favorite. Just as quickly as you can, no thoughts.
No, yeah, we got
Okay.
as quick as you can. All right. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Masonville Mall or White Oaks Mall?
Masonville.
Old East or Old South?
Old East.
Covent Garden Market or Western Fair Market?
Covent Garden Market.
Sunfest or Home County Festival?
So mean. Sunfest.
Fanshawe or Western?
Fanshawe.
Victoria Park or Harris Park?
Victoria.
Molly Blooms or McCabe's?
McCabe's.
Oh, there's some, like, you were not sure.
That was so much pressure.
Your
Oh my
morals
goodness.
were tested there.
I knew.
That
I
was
was
the
gonna
worst.
say. I knew that question would be a good one.
That's all?
That's all we need from you.
Those last two were crazy, you guys.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, right? Like, it could be like tough. Some of these questions are kind of like, oh God.
And then it's like, why did you even ask her that?
Yeah, did you say Molly's or McCabe's first? I think you said Molly's.
Yeah.
I was like, Molly's? Oh, McCabe's.
Oh.
Yeah, I think McCabe's. Like, whatever. Yeah.
Check out McCabe's on Richmond. Check out all the incredible spots on Richmond.
Yes.
Sarina Haggarty, is there anything else that you wanted to let the viewers know at home, who are
Plug
listening,
yourself.
Watching? What's going on with you? Anything that they want to check out about you?
Follow me on TikTok. I just started using TikTok more often. I'm pretty good. I feel like people like judge me and I can't pull it off enough. But now I'm like, you know what? I got nothing else to do. So
I'm a TikToker now.
Yeah, I'm a TikToker now. So please give me a follow for follow. And I have new songs coming out eventually, so stay tuned. And I think that's all. Happy quarantine. Yeah.
Yes, and all of Sarina's links will be in the description. So if you want to check out any of her music or her website, you can always click down below and find her very easily.
Once again, Sarina Haggarty is incredible. We thank you so much for taking the time.
It is my pleasure. Thank you for having me here this week. Next to like all the incredible other guest stars that you have, it's pretty cool to finally be here. So thank you both.
No.
It was a long,
Yes,
fought battle for Sarina to get this place, but we
You finally gave in.
allowed it,
No, we're very lucky to have her here.
Yeah, we've, if there wasn't coronavirus, Sarina would probably be releasing tons of music right now. We're doing something that we'd be promoting like crazy.
Yeah.
So we just appreciate you taking the time, and all the best in the future.
All the best to you, 2020. Woo! I'm Sarina Haggarty, and you're watching London's Pretty Cool Podcast.